God is good. God is good all the time. Yes, sir. This has been a beautiful weekend after the Liberty Lovers Freedom Fest. Then I made my way down to John Collett's house to see Pete Snyder give out his spiel and let Virginia know where he stands. And I enjoyed the belly sandwich. I can say that part. I ruined my diet, and I'm proud of it. Let me get that out the way. And I enjoyed meeting Andrea Porter. Finally, I thought South Dakota was going to take her. You know, once you leave Virginia and you see how the world is in other states where there's freedom, where there's no restrictions, where you can go as you please and your business can prosper and grow without the government trying to send health inspectors to your house or to your business to close it down or stop you from having a family reunion. Yes, that happens here in Governor Northam's tyrant agenda and his administration. But let me get to the point here. You know, I have never seen a bigger piece of shit than Pete Snyder. Let me get that out the way. And I'm going to say this clearly. If you love your guns, because see, I'm Mr. Your Gun is Your Business champion. And I asked a straight question. And it was an important one. It was one of those questions that you had to ask of our next governor, no matter who it is. And it's a shame to say that Amanda Chase, and everybody knows I think she's the biggest piece of trash out there, but she got moved up above Pete Snyder. That lets you know my opinion right now of Pete Snyder. All I gotta say is, if you love your kids, your family, and your home, and you don't want robbers and burglars going in and thinking that they could do whatever they want, you know me, I tell people fire and fire heavy. Unload. Make sure the gun is empty and reload. That's what happens when you decide to go where you don't belong and where you're not welcome. And one of the biggest things about me, everybody knows I'm a Castle Doctrine type of person. Why? Because I want to protect me and my family whenever somebody comes to my home trying to kill them. Period. Or trying to do any kind of harm. And that's exactly what the Castle Doctrine is there for. It's supposed to protect you, the law-abiding gun owner, whenever somebody comes in your house trying to commit felonies and you're allowed to blow their head off. That's exactly what I expect from the next governor, to make sure the Castle Doctrine is on the agenda. I asked Sneaky Pete point blank, do you support the Castle Doctrine? He said absolutely not. I don't care how many gun surveys you fill out with bullshit. I don't care if you fill out the BCDL, NRA, whatever it may be. If you just putting down bullshit just to get their support and you ain't really about it, don't try to front on somebody else when you are a problem too. See, the problem here is he has bought his name recognition. That's all this is. And it was a complete shit show. Period. I was like, how dares anybody running as a Republican and a conservative doesn't feel like you need to protect your home and your family. And I'm supposed to vote for you to become governor? And it's a damn shame Amanda Chase got moved up a spot above Pete Snyder. And y'all know I can't stand her. Period. She's a big ass flip-flopper, but at least she does support 2A in some kind of way. But definitely she supports the Castle Doctrine when she was asked. Pete Snyder doesn't. So that let me know right then and there, you can't protect us. You can't give us the leadership that we need in a time of unrest. We already seen what the rise of the summer of 2020 looks like, and we saw a governor and a mayor tell police to stand down and allow criminals to attack and destroy anything and everyone that got in their way. And me, on the other hand, has said exactly, I would deputize citizens. The Castle Doctrine would be right there, ready and prepared, and we would make sure we fight back and handle these spoiled-ass kids of Marxists, and we would deal with it the Virginia way. Virginia is for gun lovers, so if you don't like guns and you don't like protecting 2A any and every single way, you don't belong as our governor. Period. I couldn't believe that crap. And you got the nerve to claim that you're 2A. And we are at a location on private property and people are openly carrying, and you got a problem with us taking out Marxists and enemies that come on the property trying to kill us because you ain't cool with the Castle Doctrine. And guess what? Gun owners will be locked up for life for taking out a domestic terrorist under Pete Snyder. I cannot do it at all. I'm like Glenn Youngkin. So far, he has his issues, but this one tops the cake here. And I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, I know people had to start being brainwashed at this point. Realistically, the only people who are supporting the people who he paid off, and those people are telling their people to vote for him without telling them, hey, I got paid off to endorse. Let's be honest about it. I respect people who have a line in the sand, a core, and a backbone. And all I have seen is Democratic liberal agenda with Pete Snyder. You can scream school choice all you want, but you can't even be there to make sure our families is protected to make it to school. Let's be honest about it. There was no business plan. It just says, I'll help business grow. So what? What's your plan? I'm like, you can talk about Ralph Northam and talk about Terry McAuliffe and the rest of them all you want to. But if you know better than those gun grabbers, what good are you? You basically saying you're against socialism, but you're all for the attributes and the necessary ingredients that come with socialism, and is at our expense. I cannot support this dude, nor should anybody who loves 2A support this dude. Sergio De La Pena, Amanda Chase, now Kirk Cox already did his bullshit with 2A. Once you tell gun owners that they are not welcome at the state capitol during a BCDL rally, and you haven't owned up to that, you shouldn't be screaming out you 2A either. Factually, it seems like some of our governor's candidates are cool with us getting killed by criminals. That's what it looks like. And us being turned into criminals for defending our family and loved ones. Anybody who's against the Castle Doctrine doesn't need to be governor. Especially after what happened last year and what's going on in Portland and the rest of those areas with the strictest gun control laws that are out there. And they are the ones having their house broken into, people attacking their family, any and every single place that they want to, disturbing you while you having a dinner, coming over, trying to drink your drink. I wish somebody would take a beer out of my hand. That would be the biggest ass whooping ever seen. That would be on World Star Hip Hop. Period. We got to do better, people. We got to. Right now, I'm praying for the lieutenant governor's race for the right candidate to come in. Because right now, nobody's excited about who's running for governor. Right now, is more people right now asking about where's Merle Rutledge in this whole situation. You can ask Rich Anderson and the rest of them flunkies They tried to make it a poll tax of 14,000, so millionaires and billionaires and idiots are the only ones able to be the nominee. That ain't what us conservatives want. We want somebody from ground zero who busts their ass and earns their way. But the fact is, you got a bunch of so-called conservatives that are really rhinos that sold our party out, and people are just following along without realizing you're following somebody who's been paid off. And once you find out about the real person and start asking the real questions, you start understanding exactly what I'm saying. I wouldn't have voted for you if I would have known all of this about you. That's why I show up to all of these different speaking events or rallies or whatever, because we have to know where our candidates stand. We need to know their voting record, one, if they have one, and if they don't have one, even better, because guess what? We know you ain't a politician, and nor do we have to be disappointed in finding out what you really did vote for. But we also had to start having patriots from ground zero that made their way without asking for a handout and did it on their own. Those are the ones who we need running for office, because they can relate to the ordinary citizen about what they are going through right now and giving out clear answers based off of specific situations that apply, not those who live in la la land and basically don't understand what is truly happening here in Virginia. What's happening right now, Virginia has become the test project of the Democrats' agenda. If they could pull off all their policies here in Virginia, they're going to stretch that BS nationwide. That's why they're indoctrinating our kids now, so they can get used to it. Make sure your kids know their history, know right from wrong. No, they are not better than anyone else, but you go hard to be the best. And that's how we fix America. We can't fix it with these jackasses. Seriously, anybody who has gun control sympathy doesn't need to be our Republican nominee. Let's put that together. And what you'll start seeing, our front runners sold our rights, talk shit about 2A members, or they just use us for votes. And we all sick of it. And then once we find out what you really been up to, we've been ready to throw up at ever thinking that you are going to be our next leader. If this is the best we have to offer, then you might as well just get prepared for everything the Democrats want and get ready to move out of Virginia, because by that time frame, there's nothing left to keep you here. Unless you just love socialism. God bless you, and God bless America. Just don't vote for Sneaky Pete. The best thing I can tell you for you and your family.